This is Mervyn Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove, Russell Grant Copyright Daily Express, Taurus. It's hard to distinguish truth from fiction when you're talking to someone who has a habit of twisting words. Insist that others keep to the point. If you're trying to determine the rules of a matter, you need to focus on the important details. It was my friend, my inspirer, my motivator, the person who I thought was like my son's dad, Michael Alvary, or Alvary Michael Legister, who took me under his wings when my world came crumbling down on top of me after my father was stricken with Parkinson's disease. And that was to lead to the trauma. And that was to lead to me waiting 10 years for my father to die, to release my mother and I from the responsibilities that I had from my son. My youngest brother, Irvin Julius Emster, was born on the 11th of the 11th, 1966, and my father handed him to me so my mother could rest. I am addressing Rastafari bird legs. Yeah? Because this man has resorted to dissing me. I'm not bothered about the dissing because I can give as good as I can get. As I get. In the words of Miss Chicky Wedderburn Brown, I know how to deal with shags and shagaragas. And it's obvious that there are shags and shagaragas about, especially in the UK, especially the black people who turn against their own and find a way of doing what Julie Powell, her African man and Bolt, has done to me. Why Winsome Duncan and Ryan Clement done the same thing? Why some of my families and friends have done the same thing? And why now Rastafari, Birdlegs and Marcia is doing the same thing? Hijacking my husband's 100th birthday after I trusted them. Yeah, it was at Kwanzaa that I spoke to Marcia, and Marcia said if the date falls on a Wednesday, she's free. So now why is Marcia turning around and acting the way she's acting? Marcia was the one who sent me to find Rastafari bird legs. Now I'm addressing the situation. Yeah? Where I did an interview. Dr. Abu Rahatata done the interview at Rastafari Birdlegs Temple. So it's there. I'm not lying. I'm a credible witness. And now the outcome of what it is. Yeah? With the subtle threats when Rastafari Birdlegs called me yesterday over the phone. On the phone for more than an hour. The videos, the recordings are there to back up my story. The same way I have recordings to back up the 30 years of systematic discrimination in this country. And let me put on record PC Edward Allen, who called me again, that triggered my husband. So he has stress incontinence. These are only some of the people that I'm with. Yeah, Vanessa Feltz. I have photograph with Vanessa Feltz. Not to mention Reverend Rose Hudson Wilkin. And my face. Yeah. And my face portrayed across the world. Yeah. How did I get these? How did I get these? Yeah. How did I get these? Rastafari Birdlegs insinuating about certification and the Maudsley. And I'm saying that's Marcia's intention from the time she went and bought my book and saying I was section And I keep saying to Rastafari Bird Legs, why she's doing that? Now, it can be proven that it is a conspiration between Rastafari Bird Legs, where I am. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. Farati is a strong woman. My father never called me Ratty until the day he died because he was overruled. My auntie was mad because of a relationship in a workplace. She got healed by a mother woman. She then called the police on her. The mother woman turned back the blow on my auntie and died. So yes, my auntie was condemned to spend the rest of her life walking the streets of Jamaica. I hear she could curse like a trooper, like Ratty Nemad. She lay spent some of her times in the cave. So I remember, or I reflect on Gonna spend his time locked away in his home. When he was coming out, he would blow his trombone or whatever saxophone to warn the people. I know about mental health issues from when I was young. I couldn't put a name to it. Back then, I wrote to the Lipton on the eve of Mothering Sunday, 2015, I stated that I was depressed. I need support. So why am I condemned to death? Slowly die of torture. My husband is traumatized coming up to his 100th birthday. Oh yes, Rastafari Bird Legs and Marcia hijacked my project at Elim House. What plans do they have with Arbin and the others to make this a community event? That's why I understand. I was only charged amount, not the full amount. Yes, no. Say you're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. Farati is a strong woman. I don't take crap from anyone. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. Let me tell you again. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. Farati is a researcher. Ratty is a writer. You're wrong, Fichoberati. You're wrong. You're wrong. Really believe you can, and you're halfway there, Theodore Roosevelt. Marcus Garvey, if we as a people realize the greatness from which we came, we would be less likely to disrespect ourselves. Rastafari Bird Legs, you gave me that. You put me in the Nyabingi band. You're portraying about Rastafari and whatever. But are you using Rastafari for the wrong reason? Are you people who is involved in this using Rastafari for the wrong reason? And that's why I refuse from going back on Auntie Jean's platform, because there's a terrorist there by the name of Dr. Lyndon Walters who targeted me. Yeah? I contacted Auntie Jean, and she and Patricia spoke to me about my husband's celebration. And you expected I'm going to come to you or whatever. No, I'm not coming. I do what I need to do, mate. I'm going to go and see Miss Catherine to arrange the birthday party. I've spent my money. Bird Legs, you and Marcia can take whatever money and do whatever you want to do. Yeah? Let me know what you plan to do. I left everything in your hands. I gave you the money. The money you asked me for. So if you tried to cut price to do me a favor, I appreciate that. But I told you, I don't expect you to go out of your way to save costs. I was willing to pay. But you wanted to help me, you said. So Rastafari Birdlegs, this is for you. Repent. You said nobody can judge you. Repent and don't threaten me, mate. Please do not threaten me, because by threatening me, you're putting yourself in danger to be blamed for when they eventually get me. And they is the pedophiles of Richard Harty Men in Child Care. The Richard Harty who called my phone on the 27th of September, and I went into... Hello?
This is a reminder call from Amazon. Your Amazon Prime membership subscription has been expired, and you have been charged £95 to renew the yearly subscription and enjoy the Prime services. If you have any issue with Amazon Prime, please press 1. Or for more details, please press 2 to speak with our customer support.
Yeah? This is what I get 24/7. 24/7, it starts again, yeah? So these days I used to act, I no longer act. Yeah? So Rastafari Birdlegs, that's an example, mate. I am not scared of jack shit. Yeah? Because if me grab you, boy, but me not grab nobody. Me pass the days when me take Rockstone and lick man, and me throw a tin milk off a man, and me anything me grab, axe anything me grab, me throw it a man, me tap. Me have a pen, me joke up on a rascal.